Hello, online crew. Let's talk about imposter syndrome because I know it comes up a lot with people in our industry when they start building online or putting content out there, or maybe you even go as far as positioning yourself on TikTok or Instagram or a business page or a group or even just on your personal profile, and you feel feelings like, who's going to listen to me? I haven't had any success in this industry as yet, or not much success. So, who's going to listen to me? And we feel like a bit of an imposter by starting a journey or continuing a journey in the online space when we don't feel like we've really got the results ourselves yet. So does anyone feel like that? Does that resonate with anyone, that kind of feeling of, I feel like a little bit of an imposter. I'm not sure what to talk about or what to say, or how can I get up and teach people, about anything when I haven't really done it myself? Like, it really does hold people back. So if that's something that you've felt before or you feel now, like, I'd love to know where you sort of sit with that, because it really is an important thing for you to be able to show up the way that you need to show up on social media. Feelings of imposter syndrome really do hold people back from creating content. It holds people back from being genuinely, authentically themselves. Some people, if you do any kind of like attraction marketing training, digital marketing training, online training, if this is the space that you're in and that's how you want to build your business, you get told, give value, give value, give value, give value. You've got to give value. And it's like, okay, I want to give value, but I don't know what to give value about. And if I start talking about this, I haven't really got that success myself yet, so I feel like an imposter. And then, the negative thoughts, come in, and then you stop creating content and you start overthinking everything. and life just gets a little bit harder in this industry. So let's have a chat about that. If we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. I am here, or you can't see it on Instagram, but my little cap over here for our online crew. So if you're a home-based business owner, direct seller, social marketer, you're in the home-based business space and you want to learn how to leverage social media to get some more traction in your business, but you want to do it in a way where you're a human before a marketer, then you're in the right place. That's my whole motto, being a human before a marketer. I don't even care if it takes me longer to build my business. I just don't want to, annoy people about my business, or, reach out to every Tom, Dick and Harry about my business. I would rather attract people to me. In saying that, those of you that learn attraction marketing or done any of that kind of training, you can't just sit on social media and wait for people to come. It just doesn't happen that way. You've still got to build connections, build relationships, talk to people in Messenger, reach out to people, build rapport, all those kind of things. Okay, but that's what we talk about here. So who's here live with me? Say hello so I can say hello back. Hello, Donna. Yep, sounds familiar. You feel that way. Okay, thank you for your honesty. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, probably yes as well. Hello, Robin. Yes, I feel I need to try products and have my story before I can start it as a business. Robin, there are many people that feel like that, but that honestly just holds you back. It's all, and I know how you feel, and a lot of people feel the same way, but it really does hold you back from building your business. And most companies, direct sales, social selling, network marketing companies, they've probably got testimonial Facebook groups where there are lots of people that have used the products and had amazing experiences. You can draw on that in the beginning. You don't need to have, it's just impossible to have amazing results with every product. Not that anyone would expect to do that really, but it's unrealistic to think that you necessarily have to have success, in every product or a business before you can open your mouth and say anything. And this is where I think it really hits people hard. They think they need success, and your own story. Your own story does help, obviously, but you don't need success. I want to say this off the bat, and I'll get into some detail. You don't need to have success to be able to help somebody. Okay, just think about that for a minute. You don't need to be successful in your business to be able to help somebody. You don't necessarily need to have your own product story to be able to help somebody with the product that has helped a lot of other people, but maybe you had a different experience, or it's not even a product you tried. But the thing to really think about and to get around imposter syndrome is you don't have to be somebody that has had a large amount of success in a certain area to be able to help somebody else. But what you do need is either some excitement or a vision or a mission of some sort to help people. You do need that. People will come on the ride with you and listen to you and absorb your content that you put out there if you have some kind of emotion around what you're doing. People don't need more information about products. They don't even need more information about business opportunities. They will come on the ride for you and listen to you, and you can build up a following from your excitement, your mission of what you're doing, where you're going, where you're headed, even if you're not there yet. That's what you need to check in with. Okay? I'll get back to that in a minute. Hey, Beth, how are you? Robin, but I know it takes getting on Facebook and posting your story and getting noticed. And it's the how we do that, Robin, which I want to share about in this video. Like, how do we do that? So think more about less of the actual end result that you think you need and you feel like an imposter unless you have it, and more about the journey that you're on and the vision of the journey that you're on. And you may not be where you want to be in your business or even a product story. But if you're excited about where you're headed, if you're like the business side of it, if you're working with, all of you have got mentors and uplines that inspire you. So share that kind of story, that inspiration, the people that are helping you grow, where you're headed, what you want to, achieve moving forward. Your excitement and your emotion around that, and people come on the ride with you. So you don't have to stand up on social media and have, millions of dollars in your bank account and, you've gone from, 500 pounds to 20 pounds, like a weight loss journey or whatever. You don't need that to be able to help other people. But you do need some kind of brand that you stand behind, which could be just visionary of where you help people, what value you provide, what problems you can solve for them, even if you're not at your end destination. But take my example on TikTok at the moment. I've completely rebranded from a business perspective, not anywhere else. I'm still business on Facebook, business on Instagram. I'm teaching people in the industry how to build online like I do. I'm in the industry with you doing the same things. I'm sharing all the things, I'm teaching what I'm, doing myself. But on TikTok, I've gone product-based. Now, I recently found out that I've got a health problem. Is it resolved? No. Am I on a journey? Yes. Am I sharing my journey every day? Yes. Is it positive sometimes and hard other days? And go, man, this is hard. Yeah, I'm sharing my journey and people are on that journey with me. I've had messages saying, I'm following your videos every day. I'm following your journey. Gee, you look different now from when you first started. I'm on a journey and I take I take people on a journey with me. So I'm on a mission. I'm dedicated to that mission. I have a vision and I'm sharing it. Can I build influence around that? Can I build a following around that? Absolutely. Am I there yet? No. Am I successful in that yet? No. Am I on my way? Yes. Have I already had small results along the way? Yes. I've only just started 40 days ago. I'm on day 40 today of a journey that I've shared every day on TikTok. And I'm not necessarily saying you have to show up on social media every day doing something like that, like I'm doing. I'm using this as an example to share with you. You don't already have to have the success in business or the success with products to share a journey and to be valuable to people and share what you're learning and give value that way. Does that make sense? So the imposter syndrome comes from you thinking that you need to be at a certain point before people will listen to you. That's where people feel, well, who's going to listen to me? What have I achieved? What am I doing? And I always go back to is one person, she's really, really successful. I think she might be the highest income earner in network marketing ever. Her name's Jessie Lee. She's huge on Instagram. She and a lot of these people that are really successful in network marketing, like you might be able to resonate this with leaders in your company. Some of the top leaders were on the bones of their, you know what? They had nothing. And they're the people that work for it because they're absolutely desperate too. Now, do they have any success when they first started? No. Do they have any influence? No. Do they have any audience? No, nothing. But they're hungry. They've got a vision. And I'll never forget watching a video of Jessie Lee's where she was saying exactly this. She was bottomed out, no, like living out the back of her car, no money, no influence, no network, no nothing. But she was hungry and she had a vision. And she followed that vision and she wasn't going to stop until she achieved certain things, and she's never stopped. But there's that point in time in the beginning, and when you look at top leaders, you've got to remember this. They weren't successful from word go. They had to do hard things to get their success, and so do you. So you don't need that success. You don't need the large paycheck. You don't need the high rank to be able to have a vision and to be emotional about that vision and where you're going and where you're headed, and share the things you learn while you're on your journey. And you have a conversation around that on social media. It's like, I've made a decision and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'm excited and this is where I'm headed. And whoever wants to come on for the ride, I will help you too, because I'm not going to stop until I succeed. And you share the journey. That's how you show up on social media. People watch your journey and you get little small wins along the way. Like what I shared with you with TikTok before. I'm only 40 days in of completely rebranding and sharing that journey, but people are coming on the ride with me. Have I got results in the last 40 days? I sure have. Have I shared that on my videos? Yeah. And I'm going to share my 40-day results today on my TikTok. Absolutely. I'm going to tell people exactly where I am. Am I at where I want to be? No. Am I at my goal weight or my goal health, my ultimate health goal and all the rest of it? Absolutely not. But I'm on a journey and I know I'm helping people along the way because they're telling me. I'm going to try that. Thank you, Helen. I'm going to make that today. Like could have shared a recipe. I'm going to do that today. Thank you that I didn't know that. Like I am helping people and being valuable to people just by sharing my journey. And I'm keen to make a difference in my life and I'm sharing that. It's like, and I'm turning up and sometimes saying, this is hard. Easter was hard. Eating clean when everyone around me is drinking and eating and having cheese platters and chocolate, and I ate clean the whole weekend. Man, that was hard. But you do hard things to get results, and people are following along with that with me. So do you get the picture around, I don't already have to be at my goal weight or my goal, health or weather to be able to recommend things for people, try things myself, share the journey. So I really want to try to get this message through. I hope it's getting through. You don't need to be where you think you need to be for people to listen to you on social media. You just need to be real. You need to be genuine. You need to be authentic about the journey that you're on, but mostly the emotion or the excitement or the vision of where you're headed. That's all Jessie Lee did in the beginning. It was the vision of where she was going. She was at rock bottom. No money, no influence, no life, living out the back of her car. Now she earns ridiculous amount of money every single month. I think she said it was minimum of $500,000 a month or something like that she earns now. But she didn't start there. So if she thought, oh, who am I? Nobody's going to listen to me. She wouldn't be where she's at today. And you don't need to feel that you need to be somebody that you're not to be able to share a vision. share, the journey that you're on, and to be able to help people along the way. Just take people along with you. Does this help at all for any of you that, you think you need to be a certain person, or you look up to the people at the high ranks in your company and go, well, I can't say that. I'm not. And you will see their posts on social media and they're all about the thousands of people in their team or the amount of money. And you look at them and go, well, I don't have that. I can't share that. Like, I'm not them. Woe is me. Who's going to listen to me? They'll listen to my upline, but they won't listen to me. You've got to get rid of that stinking thinking and understand that those people started from somewhere. You're just a little bit further behind. Maybe you're a way bit behind, but that's up to you to change. So don't let the fear of imposter syndrome hold you back. Use your journey and your insights and what you're learning. The best thing that you can do on social media is ILT, invest, learn, teach. Invest in some knowledge, or invest your time in learning some things. So either you pay for resources to learn things and then teach people, or either you invest your time in learning things and then you do it yourself, you get a little result, and then you teach it to others. You heard that before? ILT, invest, learn, teach. That's how you create influence. That's how you create a brand. But make sure you've got what you stand for, and what, like, your mission and your vision, like your branding is really, really clear about what it is that you're doing, or the vision that you've got, or the mission that you're on. And that's quite clear with your social media content. So you're often talking about where you're headed, and and saying things like, this is the journey I'm on. So ladies, if you struggle with the same things I do, follow along, because I'll share with you what I learn along the way. That's what you need to do. Not turn up and get implanted in your head value. I've got to give value. I've got to give value. I've got to give value. And you've got to give all this information and make you sound like an expert when everybody knows that you're not. Those kind of things. The other really important thing that I want to share with you about imposter syndrome and turning up and thinking you need to be a certain person or a certain level of success or something is the way that you deliver the message to people. This is really, really important with building trust, likability, know, like, and trust on social media. So for people to get to know you, but for them to like what you say and the information that you're delivering and the journey that you're on, and then to trust you, is to share, don't tell. Do you know how many people I see, and even in my network marketing business, that say, yeah, I want to build online. I don't want to talk to friends and family, blah, 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 blah. And they know they've done some attraction marketing training. They know they need to give value, and they turn up trying to tell people what to do. So it's like, so I've learned this, and you should do this, and you should do this. And they talk at people, not with people. Go and watch yesterday's video as well as today's video for the things that I talked about yesterday, regarding how you need to sort of execute your messages by the language that you use. It's a really important video from yesterday as well. So catch that as well. But I just completely lost my train of thought because I was talking about yesterday's video. Language, hang on, it's coming back. Right. It's how you deliver the message. So when you share a journey, so maybe you're not there yet, you haven't got the success, but whether you're building a business or whether it's a health journey or some other, whatever you do, whatever products that you sell, you say to people, so this is what, let's take a health and wellness example. My journey for the last 40 days on TikTok that I've shared, I'm sharing in my videos. So like yesterday's video, I was talking about a particular product. It's not even in my network marketing company. I wasn't selling anything. I was just sharing something that I've found really helpful in my journey. And it's like, I want to introduce you to my new best friend. And it was a product. And it's like, I've shared with people how to use it and why you would use it. And, all the rest of it. Like, I'm just sharing things that I'm learning. And I'm just being like, that will be valuable to somebody, what I shared on my TikTok yesterday about that product. I was about to go on a tangent and talk about it, but I won't. You can go and watch my TikTok if you like. But my point is, it's like, I've tried this. It may work for you too. That's sharing. I'm not turning up saying, so you should do this and you should do intermittent fasting, or you should not do this or whatever. With, my weight loss journey, I'm saying, this might not be for everybody. You might, but this is what I'm doing and, it's working. And what I'm sharing my journey, I'm not telling people what to do. When people have imposter syndrome and they turn up in a certain way, they think, I need to give value, I need to give value, I need to give value, I need to talk about all this stuff, I need to share all this valuable information. But you end up talking at people and you end up saying, so if you want to do this here, I've got 5 tips from you. So you should do this and you should do this and you should do that. Don't tell anybody what to do because they don't like it. People don't like to be told what to do. So the language that you would use when you're sharing your journey, when you don't have the success yet, say, look, I'm far from where I want to be yet. I haven't built the business that I want to yet, but this is what I'm doing at the moment and it's working. And, I'm reaching out to more people, or I tried this and it works. So maybe it might work for you too. Or if you're a product-based person, like I'm far from my end goal. I got a long way to go. I got a lot of health issues to sort out, but this has really helped me. So I just thought I'd share it in case it would help one of you too. Share. Suggest, recommend. Don't try to turn up as an expert when you're not. Don't try to tell people what to do when you don't have the authority to carry that off yet. Somebody like Jessie Lee that I was talking about that earns 500,000 or more a month in this industry, she's got the right and the influence and the credibility and the following and the millions of dollars in the bank account to kind of tell people what to do. She can go for it. This is where imposter syndrome comes from. People think, well, I'm not that person. I don't have that success. I can't say what she says or he says or whatever. No, you can't. You haven't built that up yet. So while you're on your journey, share the vision, share the emotion, share the suggestions, share the recommendations. That's why people will listen to you. They're not going to listen to you because if you don't have the influence and you don't have the following and you don't have the dollars in your bank account to back it up, and people know that, and you turn up and you try to give value, and you're telling and talking and telling and talking and telling and talking, there's no emotion behind it. You're just telling people things. That's when they get skeptical of you. And they're like, who's she or who's he to tell me what to do? Whereas if you share the journey rather than talk at people, you talk with people and you just share what you're doing and, all the rest of it, people will respect you for that. If you turn up and go, I'm not there yet. I'm far from where I want to be in my business. But I learned this strategy from Helen Martin. She's just this girl I follow online and, it's really helping me. So I thought I'd share it with you. It might help you too, if you've got that kind of audience. So you share what you're learning. You don't turn up. Do you know how many people watch my videos and turn around and teach it as if it's their own content? But if they don't have the same kind of success that I do, sometimes the message just falls completely flat. Because there are things that I can say that you might not be able to say because I might have had more success than you. So gauge that with your level of success. And the more you share and the more emotion you put behind the vision of where you're going, the more important it is, the less success that you have. And it's much more believable when you come from that place. So you can absolutely turn up and be amazing on social media, any single one of you, but come from a place of sharing a vision and sharing the emotion of that vision and where you're headed. And you're not going to stop until you get there. And are you going to have roadblocks in the way? Are you going to have downfalls in the way? Are you going to have setbacks along the way? Yep. And you talk about those too. Because people, it's interesting how it works. The more successful people get, the more disconnected some people feel they can do the same. It's like, well, I could never do that. If you're at the beginning of your journey, share the journey. So take the people on the journey with you, because that's more believable to them if they're watching you do it. And if you have, people need to hear the little wins, not the big wins. So you might be sitting there thinking you need the high rank for people to listen to you, or lots of money in your bank account, or the rank that bought the money. And it's just like, oh, I've just earned such and such, whether you think you need that for people to listen to you. That the higher that goes, the more unrelatable you become. Because most people don't think they can do it. But if you keep sharing your vision and you keep sharing your mission, that's all Jessie Lee did to get people to follow along. But she never stopped. So don't lose that enthusiasm. Don't lose that consistency on social media. Continue to share the journey, because people need to watch, unfortunately, a lot longer these days than they used to before they decide to join you or buy something off you. They need to watch sometimes for months. That's just reality of social media these days. Like, you've just got to understand that we are not in a business where you're going to make a shitload of money in 3 months. If you've got a huge network of people and you're an influencer, different story. Or you come from another company and you bring a whole lot of people with you, different story. There's always a story behind somebody coming in quickly into a network marketing business and going to the ranks at the top. I bet they've come from another company before and they've brought people with them. So put that into perspective, okay? Maybe that's not your story. So if that's not your story, you need to share more of the vision and the mission and the journey and the little things that you're learning and the little successes. Even if they're not your successes, they could be somebody else's successes. It could be a customer of yours. It could be somebody else's customer. It could be something that you've seen in a testimonial group that's not even connected to you. It's like, I wanted to share, a story with you with somebody I came across the other day that tried this product and whatever. Like, it may not even be your story, but you're sharing the journey. Is this helpful to anybody, this conversation, with just even the concept of imposter syndrome, how you need to show up and the language that you need to use, like sharing, not telling, and the vision and the mission and, all that kind of stuff? Okay. Just checking in some of your comments. Robin, yes, thank you for the great information tonight. Absolutely. Thank you. Not an expert, a tour guide. Good way to put it, Beth. Tour guide. Great way to put it. Hello, Tina. How are you? Happy Friday. It is Friday in my part of the world. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Yes. Robin, yes. Okay. I'm glad that's helpful for you, because it can make the world of difference to people connecting with you. If you're on social media, your primary goal is to get people to connect with you. When people feel like they connect with you and they know you a little bit and that you're trustworthy and that you're interesting or you're entertaining or you're on a mission and they're on a similar mission, like, you don't need to have lots of dollars in your bank account to be able to help somebody like that. Okay. So get rid of the stinking thinking and just be more visionary and talk like a real person. Like my motto, human before a marketer, every step of the way. Okay, so I really do hope that was helpful to you. This is my last live video of the week. So please, if you didn't catch yesterday's video, that might be the really helpful video to you as well. If you've got team members that need to hear this message and yesterday's message, tag them in these videos, because yesterday's and today's video, I think, are things that people really need to hear in this industry. Okay. So I will look forward to seeing you next week for more great training. I do want to let you know that there is, if this is something that you guys need, there is a video challenge coming up in May, in the middle of May. Okay, so I'll talk more about that next week. It's just a short one. It's going to be a 10-day video challenge, because I haven't done one since last December, which is very unusual for me. But if you need a little bit of confidence back on social media, if you want the content provided for you, the technical skills provided for you, and excuses to why you're going live, but get some traction, get some interaction, and get some engagement going on your socials, then that might be something of interest to you. So look out for that next week for that information. We don't start until the 16th of May, but that's coming. So I just wanted to give you the heads up. So have an awesome weekend, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you next week.